So the way I think about it, look, I was new to art at one point, and I threw myself into it, and I really got into it, and I love it, and it's a career, right? Now, somebody may have seen a poster that said, Conceptual Art in Britain, that was the name of the exhibition, and thought, you know what, I've never really got into conceptual art. I am going to pay however much pound, it was maybe £14, and go see this exhibition and really get to grips with something I don't understand. Now, I can imagine that person reading that and then deciding, oh, conceptual art isn't for me because I don't understand what's going on here, therefore I'm done engaging with contemporary art. And that's what really saddens me. And in fact, my one-star review of that exhibition called it an unforgivable exhibition of conceptual art for that reason, because I don't want people to think art is not for them, because it isn't. You know, art is for everyone. Now, I'm not saying all art is for everyone. I'm not saying every single person can appreciate every single artwork in the world. I'm just saying there must be something. Because if somebody turned around to you and said, you know what, TV, it's not for me. How many of them are out there? There might be a few, granted, but there's not many, right? Because TV is such a broad spectrum. Same with books, right? And yet, with art, there's a lot of people who go, you know, there's a free gallery around the corner, free, mind you, and they're like, I'm not going to go. I mean, the stats show, I think it's something like 50% of people did not visit a gallery or a museum in the last year, right? Worse if you're, I think it's 43% for Asian, 33% for black people didn't visit a museum or a gallery. And you think, that's actually quite shocking, given that cinema, I think the number that visited was in the high 70s. And cinema's not free, you've got to pay for it, right? So it just saddens me that that's where we end up. So are you trying
It's a really good indicator of accessibility and approachability of art as the visual arts as an arts form is got certain elements that potentially are making it less approachable, and Art Speak's a good example of that. Stephen, Martha, thoughts? What do you think?
I mean, from my perspective, you know, you as an artist want to engage with as many people as possible. So why are you targeting the small amount of people who have at least a BA in art in some way? It seems quite silly to me.
Do you think it's targeting, or is it because we've got these stereotypes that we feel we need to work towards in the arts? As in, like we at the Art Prize, we see a lot of writing, a lot of applications. And sometimes it feels, you get the vibe that people are writing about their work to give it more weight, unnecessarily so. Simplicity has a confidence, but we don't seem to give that the same weight as we do with complicating things. So do you think it's people trying to target a certain audience as an artist, or is it more that we're kind of stuck in this place where we feel we should be speaking that way?
Well, you know, there's like what first comes to mind is that like it's if you're overcomplicating the text, then the work wasn't strong enough to begin with. Like if you're trying to add on, I'm really smart, and if you don't get it, you're dumb. If you don't get the work, you don't get the work. I mean, like if it's not good enough, or good enough, but like if it's not something that somebody engages with or doesn't like, they're entitled to that opinion. And you making them feel like they don't belong in the space or they shouldn't engage with the work is a wrong route to go around. I think you should engage with as many people as possible and take on what they have to say about it. If you don't like it, you can kind of go, okay, thanks for your opinion, goodbye.